Chick-fil-A's menu has some of the best protein order options available in this whole series. It also has some of the worst sodium traps. These are things that guys aren't paying attention to. If you're running around on a Saturday morning with soccer or baseball or swim meets or whatever with your kids, and everyone ends up leaving there to go to lunch at Chick-fil-A, you end up 3 rows deep in the drive-thru. Everyone's coming from that soccer game. And if you're like my client Neil, he's going to go for the nuggets. And the mom next to him is ordering the Cobb salad because it says salad and it's on the board and it's an implied healthy food option. We're going to talk about if that salad is a good guess for what to pick, or if it is not. That'll be something that we'll dive into in today's conversation. We're going to look at the whole menu from every nooks and cranny of the basic menu that it has, and make sure that we don't assume anything because it can be implied that this is healthy, just like Panera Bread was in the last episode, right? It was episode 148. It was. All right, welcome back to Driven for Health. I'm Coach Brian Pirana, episode 149. Chick-fil-A has the smallest menu. It's also most repeated. Chicken breast sandwich for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, right? That's basically the whole thing. Now, there's 6 sandwiches. There's some nuggets, grilled and breaded, and same 3 salads every single time that you go. And you can basically memorize the whole board in one visit. And that's why it's really easy to stop at this place, because it prevents decision fatigue or overload or having to think through too many options, because some restaurants, they load you up with too many things and you're unsure what you should get, or this one's very simple. I'll just throw it out there. I do like the original Chick-fil-A sandwich that they have. It's very good. I usually go spicy, try and get more pickles on it than the 1 or 2 they give me. Occasionally, I do like that Chick-fil-A sauce, but I do use it in very much moderation. I usually go for a fruit cup, pass on the fries, even though the fries are pretty tasty. Who doesn't like French fries? But that's it. And that's just my order. I usually go with a 0-calorie drink or just water or none at all when I do that as well. That's my go-to when I go, but I do love getting those nuggies. So we'll talk about those too. Now, chicken is obviously the main thing that they serve there. And it's not the chicken that's ever the problem. It's grilled, or even if it's fried, it's only adding some calories to the overall fat and carbs because of the breading and the frying process. But on the menu board, there's a lot of potential other bigger challenges, like the salad dressings, some of the sides, the shakes, the sauces, and that can throw you astray. Now, let's go through the tiered list. 9 real orders ranked 1 to 10, from not so good to the best, so stay tuned to hear all of these. I'll rank them. Cobb salad with avocado lime ranch, 2 out of 10. This is what that mom next to Neil, my client, had ordered, assuming that was good, but it has the same number of sodiums as some of the other shows that we've talked about, with some of the mac and cheese bread bowl. It was crazy amount. That one had a little bit more, but this one has 1,700 plus milligrams in it. That's basically over 3/4 your day's worth of a 2,000 milligram daily allowance that we have. It also has 690 calories, 36 grams of protein, which isn't too bad. I generally like 40 to 50 in a meal, but the fat is where it gets off track. 50 grams of fat if you eat it as is. The avocado lime ranch combo is the biggest thing that takes up at least almost 50% of the total calories, getting upwards of, say, 300-ish calories there. Then that's before the bacon and the cheese gets counted. So we have chicken, egg, and greens on the ingredient list are healthy at a glance, but after that dressing cup and the other things that come on this, it adds up a lot. Number 2 is the chocolate milk shake. We 600 calories, 93 grams of carbs. That is a lot. There's 12 grams of protein because of the dairy in there, but most of this thing is sugars and fat. So it ends up being a high amount of calories and food that we just probably want to stay away from. It doesn't matter whichever flavor you pick, it's a sugar monster in a cup. So watch out. Mac and cheese ends up being 3. It's 450 in the serving, 29 grams of fat. That's something that can stack up your fat grams. For most guys, if they're in a fat loss phase, 29 grams of fat are basically 50% of the amount of fat that you take in. That's a big challenge. And this is just a side. So this isn't even the main thing. You'd end up having a medium shake, a medium cup of this thing, and it's still, you might eat more. So you're going to end up 1,500 calories deep on this menu. Next up is the waffle potato fries. A medium is a 4 out of 10, about 400 for 30 calories, 24 grams of fat. Soon as anything gets dropped in that deep fryer, you are asking to multiply the amount of fat grams. Again, most guys are losing fat around 50 to 60 total grams in a day. And if we go up from there, maybe 70, possibly 80 if you need a lot of calories because you're an active person. That ends up being still 24 out of 70 grams of fat. It's still taking up a lot just for a fry. All right. They do taste good, right? That salt, that waffle pattern hits your mouth and you're just like, this is really good. But it only has 5 grams of protein, and having so much calories in it, it just doesn't do justice. Next up is the chicken in strips. It's a 4 count. This is coming in around 50%. It's the biggest reason, it's 400 calories. So there's about 100 calories per strip. 39 grams of protein, 40. So let's say call them 10 grams of protein each. So 100 calories, 10 grams of protein, but there's 19 grams of fat in that total. So we, again, divide that up by 4. It'd be about 5 grams of fat. So 10 grams of protein and 5 grams of fat for one of those. Like, it's because it's fried. It's because it's breaded. And that ends up being a lot. There are 1,100 milligrams of sodium that can add up again. If 2,000 is the basis, then we're in trouble there. It's the breading, the fried that kill this as an option. The spicy chicken sandwich, sad to see it's in the middle. It's 460 calories, almost 30 grams of protein, and 19 grams of fat. And therefore, it's a lot more fat than you think. And that's the biggest challenge always, is having the fat there. So more than a third of the sandwiches, the calories are coming from that. That is a problem. All right. So what do we do? Some simple math. 19 times 9. So let's do 20 times 9 because that's just easier. 20 times 9 is 191. Divide that by 460. Yeah, we're about what? Quick math is like 40% fat calories there. So it adds up to be a lot. The heat is a real good, tasty thing there, but the amount of fat there is not. So, gotta pass it. I'll still eat it, and I'll just sacrifice and make sure that I get it fit in one way or another. The market salad with a grilled filet. This is going to be 8 out of 10. This is going to be a banger. 550 calories. Order the dressing on the sides. We use the dip and stab method. I've gone over that. You put the little serving dish on the side. You stab your fork, stab the food, put it in your mouth. That works really well. And so do that. That will cut down on a lot of the calories that are on the list. So you could literally cut out 100 calories from the dressing. That would bring this down to more 450 calories. And this is the grilled is where it's going to cut out a lot of carbs and fat on this list as well. Okay. So this can work as a salad. We just have to make sure it doesn't have too many things stacked on top of it. Another winner here, egg white grill chicken with the fruit cup. So 8 out of 10, it's 350 calories, 27 grams of protein, 45 carbs, and 8 grams of fat. That's a pretty good deal here for breakfast. And it earns its name with egg whites, grilled chicken on an English muffin, not a pastry. That's good. Just like, say, the Starbucks orders, right? They come in pastries, usually croissant rolls and biscuits and stuff. So this could be a really good option. You could always double the chicken or double the egg whites if you order it that way. That would then add another 10 to 15 grams of protein pretty fast. The 12 chicken nugget piece is a 9 out of 10. This is going to be the winner chicken dinner, 200 calories, 40 grams of protein, 4.5 grams of fat, and 2 carbs. So this is a big win here. Now, if you really want to go all in on the protein side, just get the 20-piece grilled nuggets. Not only is it going to be filling, it's going to have probably more like 60 grams of protein, and you get a fruit cup on the side. You're more than content. That is the power winner here. So if we're looking for the best protein per dollar pick for the whole restaurant, it's priced around $8.40. This works out to be about 22 cents for every gram of protein. This is the real deal here with the 12 count. All right. Then the 4 count chicken strips from a few minutes ago technically beats that out by a few cents per gram, but there's a lot more fat and carbs in it. So it's not an equal trade. So hopefully you enjoyed that little tier list, and it gives you some ideas on what to get when you're there. How do we order when we go up to the counter? Just pretty simple. You're going to get a 12 or 20-piece grilled chicken nugget with a side salad or with a large fruit cup and a 0-calorie beverage, whether it be water, a diet lemonade, or a diet Coke Zero type beverage. All right. If you have a bigger appetite, that market salad with the grilled filet can help fill you up for a little while longer. Just reduce the salad dressing, as I said. The real hack is ordering any sandwich. They do have a no bun thing, just like the In-N-Out protein only option, where they in the In-N-Out they wrap the chicken in lettuce, or the burger and lettuce, excuse me, in In-N-Out burger. Now at Chick-fil-A, we can actually just get the breast only, so it could be a bunless option. All right. Now, something that I want to throw in here, just a little bit about the company itself. If you wanted, a lot of people are like, how do you even do Chick-fil-A? Well, it costs about $10,000 to get into being an operator, and it ends up being one of the lowest franchise fees in the entire country. And Chick-fil-A markets it that way as an opportunity to any person that wants to make something happen. But the catch is that you are contracted to be only own one location ever. And Chick-fil-A is going to take 50% of the taxes for the pre-tax profits there. And that's ongoing. So it's not really a small royalty cup, but if that ends up allowing you to have a lot more capacity to produce opportunity for yourself, then this could be a huge win. In 2023, the average Chick-fil-A does 9.37 million. So that average could be up even over 10 now. So you take 50% of that. That's still a pretty good cut after you do everything else with it. The average McDonald's at that time was roughly 4 million per store. So Chick-fil-A does it double while being closed one day a week on Sunday. So FYI, just remember, if you're like, hey, I want to go get Chick-fil-A, on Sundays it's closed. So pretty cool, interesting story there for that. Now, going back to the top of the list, it's a very simple menu by design. They sell chicken, and that's what we want to be able to take away from this. Is the grilled are going to be the most obvious, with the lightest sides for it, like the side salad or the fruit cup. Those are going to be the least amount of calories that you have to. Jumping into the Fast Five after we've covered a couple different options for you. Fast Five, number 1. What is Chick-fil-A? Why is it closed on Sunday? Well, the founder, Truett Cathy, set this rule up at his first restaurant called the Dwarf Grill back in 1946. a day off for himself and his crew. Same policy still exists today. And you can look at that as either, hey, that's really cool that they do that, or annoying because you want Chick-fil-A because it tastes so good on Sundays when you're not working. Number 2, did Chick-fil-A invent the fast food chicken sandwich? Well, yes. By legend goes, Truett Cathy developed the pressure cooked chicken sandwich at the same Dwarf Grill diner, and that was years before the first Chick-fil-A location opened. So he was perfecting his recipe and then launched Chick-fil-A in a mall, and this is decades before that happened. But before, especially decades before the chicken sandwich war started happening. Number 3, the Chick-fil-A's chicken, is it still antibiotic free? Well, not anymore. Back in 2014, they made a big promise, 0 antibiotics in the chickens, and they were able to deliver on that by 2020. But after they made it up, they ended up in 2024, they walked that back. They followed in alignment with the USDA's standard on antibiotics in the food source, same thing that Tyson chicken producer did as well that same year earlier. So interesting. Just have to pay attention, understand where your food is sourced. Number 4, is the bunless order a real thing? Well, yeah. Ask for any chicken sandwich, no bun, extra lettuce. They'll wrap it up for you and be able to take it away with a high protein option there and low carbs, right? Number 5, how many calories does one packet of Chick-fil-A sauce? This is a sleeper here. It's 140 calories for that little ketchup packet worth of deliciousness. 13 grams of fat in that condiment, and most guys can take 2 or 3. So be careful there. So that's the Fast 5. I hope that was insightful and entertaining. So the next time that you are looking around for a healthy option, I think Chick-fil-A is going to be a really good option for you. We go with the 20-piece if you really want to go big on the protein, the 12-piece chicken nugget, grilled chicken nugget there, side salad or the fruit cup. Always go, well, skip the shake, skip the mac and cheese. And just if you were to get the Cobb sauce, just understand that some of the ingredients on it, the bacon, cheese, dressing, add up to easily 300 to 400 calories in that dish, and you can modify it to make it healthier. Right? If you don't want to have to worry about picking things out and understanding what's the best order here, well, I have the Eating on the Go guide. You can grab it at go.brianparana.com. It's Eating on the Go guide, and that's all one word. It'll be in the show notes. You can download it free. It's got the same breakdown for Chipotle, Starbucks, Panera, Subway that I've already done, and we'll just keep dropping more and more here. I've just been getting started with Chipotle at 145. Then we had Starbucks at 146, Panera Bread at 147, Subway at 148, and this is episode 149 at Chick-fil-A. I hope that this is enjoyable and you're learning a lot and how to manage getting healthier while eating on the go. That's the whole point of the series. Next up is the call to rise. If you see this on a video, you can see I got this hat here to celebrate a year into crushing it with guys. The average guy, I did the math, loses about 25 pounds in the program for the 100 days, which is astonishing. But more importantly, we focus around a number of different pillars. The identity piece, which I call it the call. Why are you doing this? Live a legacy of a healthy, fit individual, because it will carry over and cross over into all areas of your life. You'll have energy to produce and be productive and be there in the moment for everyone that needs you. We've got the forge, which is the exercise. Let's build muscle, burn fat. The fuel, eat the right foods at the right time in the right amount. This is a huge pillar that I spend probably the most amount of time. It's helping guys actually understand nutrition, not doing some weird no carb thing or a fad diet thing that doesn't work. Meal plans don't work. And I help educate and implement sound nutrition into a lifestyle process. That's one of the magical things that we do here. We've got the code, which is the mindset. Think differently. All right, we're putting a different lens, like a different pair of glasses that make you look way more cool. but you think differently when you see things and understand it. And last is the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood is super important. And with this, we've got so much effort and support by the guys that are in the group. Well, these guys crush it in life, but they just have been challenged with maintaining a successful body weight that they like to look and feel and live in. So that's thecall2rise.com. It's a 100-day fat loss challenge. We also do blood panel work as well to make sure you're improving your blood panels in that 100 days. So the goal is to lose 20 plus pounds and improve those blood panels. Thecall2rise.com. Now, if you found value out of this, please leave a review. I read every single one of them. Drop me a question at Brian Piranha, brian@brianpiranha.com, and I can respond and give you an answer. I can help you in any which way possible. All right. That's going to be it for this episode of Driven for Health. Train hard, eat smart, and I'll catch you in the next one. Again, another teaser on what's coming up probably tomorrow because I want to release these every day. All right, off we go.